Hello, good morning. My name is Aruna Sukhdeo and I'm your Miss India Worldwide 2023. I'm 20 years old and I'm also a university student at the University of Guyana.
So many talented and beautiful women have come and gone, but there is one legacy in one mantra that stays true.
So my platform is mental health, and why I chose mental health is because it is something that affects not only me, but it affects everyone. And I feel it is such a taboo topic that persons don't even want to talk about it. They feel scared or ashamed to talk about it, and this is something that we should not be ashamed of. So most of the persons that are affected with mental health are young adults and teenagers. So what I intend to do is create this program in high school that will allow students to be free to talk about it. If they can't talk about it to their school counselor or to their teachers, at least they can share it with a friend. And by creating such a program, it's going to create a ripple effect, because when I visit these schools and I talk about them, what these persons can now do is form smaller groups and influence those that they talk to in the future to come to create other smaller groups, so it will be a ripple effect. Personally, it was something that I struggled with in high school because, getting the perfect grades, also being engaged in extracurriculum activity. So it was always like, okay, how am I going to get this done? You feel pressured, you feel stressed, and it's like it takes a toll on your mental health. But for me, I had my parents to talk about it. Like I could say, hey mom, I'm not feeling well about this. Advise me through this process. But for some persons, that may not be the same. Some persons might not feel, open to talk about their parents or even teachers. So that was something that I have dealt with personally. Luckily, I had the support system behind me. But that is why I chose this platform, for those who might be voiceless and don't know how to talk about it. Songwriting is something that I explored in high school. It was just like writing normal poetry, and then I'm like, one day, I love music, why don't I try turning this into a song? Of course, half of them were failed songs because I threw them in the bin. But as I kept on writing, it was a passion, and I developed a love for music more. So for my talent in India and here for the local pageant, my talent piece was singing. So the people around me, they have been so motivating towards me. Like, they have been telling me, you got a shot at this. And personally, I did not see it through, but I'm like, you have to think you have a shot at something. You have to mentally prepare yourself, as what we will say, manifest it. So there was a lot of competition. Like, I didn't even know if I would make it into the top 5. But when I did, I'm like, you have to fight for that top 3 space. Even if you don't go home with the crown, you're going home with something. And when I won, it was a lot of emotions, because that is when you realize, okay, you're the 2nd title holder for your country after a very long time. You have represented Guyana well. You have made so many people proud. And one thing my dad actually said to me before leaving, because it was on Father's Day that the pageant was held, was that he didn't want any other gift. He wanted me to bring home the title. So remembering that in the moment and everything that has happened, what I've done for my country, I started crying because, it was so much emotion that I guess my heart couldn't take anymore.